what's up? Welcome to our channel. If you are new, make sure you hit that subscribe button and get ready for some cool videos and stay tuned and join our family. So today we will be doing an unsponsored video from 23andMe. We want to know a little bit more about our genetics. And we'd like to have something to pass down to our children and to share with them their genetics. So we will get started. Before we get started, we will tell you guys how 23andMe works. And then we'll do a little bit of estimate of what we think we are. And then when we get the results back, we'll compare. Okay, so let's get started. I'm so excited.
All right, so I went ahead and already opened my box. From what you all can see, the boxes already come pre-labeled with shipping to send it back. So once you pay your fee up front, you no longer pay for anything else. So let's see what's inside. A little booklet. And this basically gives you the rundown on how you're supposed to do everything. So right here we have a funnel lid, a cap, and a tube. And we will show you all when we do it. So after you fill the tube, you do have to download the app and create an account. They say that you can only get your results through the account. Okay. So we just woke up this morning. We haven't done anything. So the first step is to register your kit. We'll do that afterwards. No food or drinks for 30 minutes. So I think we're past that. Step 3 is to fill the tube to the line.
To here. Yep.
And then afterwards, we'll close the funnel lid.
And then there's like liquid at the top here. I guess it's for weight.
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
Let me see.
What? Oh.
It busted it.
Oh. We're not listening to the instructions.
You're not. I'm reading through it.
Thomas, what's going on? We gotta...
Spit into the funnel until the amount of liquid reaches the fill shown line. Close the funnel lid, holding the tube upright. Close the lid as shown, pressing firmly until you hear a click. The liquid in the lid will be released into the tube to mix with the saliva. Make sure the lid is closed tightly.
All right, well, I gotta... So now I think this is how you don't do it, guys.
No, so I'll show you all the proper way to do it.
I don't know. There's a lot of saliva to put in there. I don't know why they say you can't drink anything 30 minutes prior. I'm trying, because I don't want anybody.
Once mine get filled, I'll show you all. I'm almost there, not yet. But afterwards, put the lid on tight. Afterwards, they send these bags. You gotta go ahead and slip it in the bag.
The biohazard bag, this one.
Yup.
And we'll slip it in here. You guys, I'm really upset that I messed up that video. I mean, the DNA thing. I hope that it's okay.
All right, well, I think I'm almost there, a little bit left. So, what we'll talk about, honestly, is before we get the results, what we think will be in the results. So, I gotta find it. Oh, Here it is. So in the 1700s, we migrated from France and went to Switzerland and then to England. And from Graves in England, we got on a boat called the Mary Ann and landed in Richmond, Virginia in the 1700s, in the year of 1700. So in my background, or this 23andMe, I think that some England will come in. I think that
England. You mean like European?
Some European roots. I also think Native American. And I would say some African descent somewhere along the line. I'm not sure how the percentages will break down, but I'm excited to find out, especially because I just found this. So I want to use this guide as kind of a comparison to go with the results that come in whenever we get them.
And I have an estimate for him too. He has like really a lot of red in his beard. So I think he's Irish. So I'm just going to put that out there. That's one of my estimates. I come from two parents who are from the same country and have kind of the same, well, not too much history that they've shared with us. I just know from, I guess, growing up, my mother and my father are both Burmese. They were both born in Burma. From what I know, they both born and raised. I don't know if they know any of where future generations are. I haven't really talked to them about this. It's not really a subject we talk about much in my family. They just say we're Burmese, you know? In my guesstimate, whatever, I believe that I'm predominantly Burmese, I know I'm broken down of Asian descent. So I'm not really sure all of what I am, but I do know I'll be a majority of Burmese. But on my father's side, I do believe there should be like some Indian or, that type of descent. And then with my mom, I kind of feel like I have a little bit of Chinese. That's what was told to me. Growing up, she has a little bit of Chinese descent. So I'm very excited to know what everything is broken down into. So yeah, I can't wait, guys. I've been wanting to do this for such a long time. I mean, knowing what you are is cool, but like knowing your actual mathematical breakdown of everything you are, now that's fascinating to me. And it'd be great. Like, my kids won't need to do this they could probably still do the 23andMe, but they'll know what exactly is broken down into them. So I think we're supposed to wait because we have to make an account.
Yeah, I know. So before I actually close this up and everything, I just showed you all how to package it, how to contain it. We put the tops on tight so everything is sealed. So now for the last part of the video, we are going to create our 23andMe accounts. So we're going to let you all go while we do that.
So Thomas is going to go first, and then I'm going to go. And then we'll share some of the cool things that come with 23andMe. So I'm so excited.
Alright. So right now I'm about to open my ancestry report. That's crazy. So right now on the map, it shows you all the places that I could be made up of.
Where your family members are from.
Yes. And this is 100% of my ancestry.
Breakdown.
So out of the 100%, 60.1 is sub-Saharan African. Out of that 60%, I'm 53% West African. Out of that 53% of being West African, I am 32% Nigerian. From Guyana, Sierra Leone, and Liberia, I am 13.6%. Also, out of that breakdown of this 53% of being West African, I am also 6.8 Congolese and Southern East African, which means made up of a lot of African descent, which is a big surprise. I didn't think so. The other half of me, since 60% is African, is a weird combination. 38.7% I am European.
No, it's Western European.
No.
Oh, European.
I'm 38% European. To break that down,
37%.
I am 37% Northwestern European, which means my ancestors, 36% of me is either British and Irish. Some of you all probably seen I have red facial hair. I think that's where it comes from. 0.8% is Southern European, which means I am 0.8% Italian.
I just want to go on record that I always have told Thomas he was Irish or came from Irish descent. I've always been the one that told him that. I don't think he ever knew that before I told him.
Maybe not, but it's really.
I always knew it's the red in the beard.
It's really interesting to find out all these things and to see the map. But the composition of being West African and European is quite unique, I could say.
You know, and you always knew you were African or some part of African descent, but you didn't know what part of African descent. So knowing what part of African descent must be interesting.
Yeah.
Alright guys, so it's my turn. Let's get started. I'm a little nervous. I'm afraid that mines will just be boring, but let's see. Oh my goodness. Mine's is only in this one small little region. Look at that. Okay, let's see the breakdown. I am 91.4% East Asian and indigenous American. So I am out of that 91%. I am 90.2% Chinese and Southeast Asian. I am 50.2% Indonesian, Thai, Khmer, or Myanmar, but it's out of the Yangon region in Myanmar. I am 36.7% Chinese. That's as much as you are European.
Yeah.
But it also, well, this is pretty cool. Look, it says China has 31 administrative regions, and we found the strongest evidence of your ancestry in the following 10 regions: Guangdong, Shandong, Fujian, Zhejiang, Shanghai, Jiangsu, and Hebei. So it's this. Wow. My family members did not travel far to meet a spouse. Look at that. That's the Chinese. Like, that's where they found my DNA in China. It's close to Mongolia. Where's Burma now, though? Okay. Sorry. It shows you a lot of stuff. You can get lost in here. Okay, so after the 36.7% Chinese, I am 1% Chinese Da, D-A-I, don't really know what that is. I am. So 1.9% broadly Chinese and Southeast Asian. Oh, excuse me. 1.2 Northern Asian. Mongolian. Sorry. A Genghis Khan. 8.4% Central and South Asian. I am 8.3% Northern Indian and Pakistani. I am 7.5% Bengali and Northeast Indian.
Out of that.
Yeah. And then that's
8%.
6%, 0.6% Central Asian, and then 0.2% broadly Central Asian and Indian Pakistani. And 0.1% broadly Central and Southeast Asian again. And it says Central and South Asia are represented here by diverse populations from India to Sri Lanka. Wow. So it's like Pakistan, India, Sri Lanka, like that. Which makes sense because they're neighboring to Burma. So I am only 50% Burmese. Like, I knew it would kind of be a little weird, but I didn't know I was that much Chinese. I thought I would be all over the place. I thought I would be like, I thought, you know, I would be all over the place with like lots of Asian descent. But now, when you think about it, you know, Asian culture is one of the like oldest, I guess, civilizations, heritages. I don't know how to put the words into it, but you guys know what I mean. It dates back the farthest. So it's kind of funny and strange at the same time that no one really traveled, I guess. Like, his family members were traveling and venturing out to meet people. I mean, it's kind of crazy that my family just kind of kept it around for years.
Which is weird, but when you go to the bottom where it says trace ancestry, I have 0.2% Chinese Dao in me as well.
That's more than what I got.
As well as 0.2
Arab.
It's weird. And there's 0.5 that's unassigned that kind of roots back to the Caribbeans of Jamaica.
Oh, wow.
Since we started this, I was able to connect with two cousins. It's kind of like a family tree. And these two cousins are
people who also took
the
23andMe test, and then they're just,
but
they popped up as they're related.
They are fourth cousins, either separated by marriage or were cousins by marriage or something of the sort. And they both live in Chicago, Illinois, which is
strange because you didn't know you had family there.
Yeah, most of my family is from North Carolina.
Well, that's from your. I think it's like maternal. The Chicago family is your maternal.
Yeah.
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 Your paternal is in South Carolina and North Carolina.
So,
because is that where your grandmother and your grandfather met, down there or up here?
I believe up here.
Okay.
But it's just crazy. It's crazy to actually find out what it is. Now we can say our kids are Chinese,
Burmese.
Well, no, Chinese, Burmese,
Indian,
Nigerian, West African, and European. Which is an odd combination. But it would be interesting to see how their genetics actually break down.
Now it's like a rabbit hole. You get more interested in like see what they pulled from us.
Yeah, especially my daughter has a darker skin color than my son.
Mm-hmm.
So she probably inherited some of more so of the West African and maybe some of the Indian and Pakistani traits. And seems like my son probably
Chinese
and inherited some of the European side of things. Because
sometimes he looks like, people will say to me, like, he looks like he's Asian and white. And I'm like, it's so weird because his father's African American. Well, that's all we ever knew because that's all he ever knew. So now when you break it down, they actually are a little bit white.
Yeah, so it's kind of crazy,
it's so
but
crazy.
We're not going to make this video any longer than it has to be.
Yeah,
we hope you all even made it to this point. But look forward to more things in the future. Our next video will probably be a family vlog. We're going to a Caribbean island, somewhere that you might want to take your family. So
stay tuned. Thanks for watching.
See you all next time.
And make sure, join our family. Bye.